On my way.
So Motive has announced there is to be no post-launch support or additional content for Star Wars Squadrons, and I just had to make a video expressing how much I think this sucks. Not because Motive dropped the ball or they're being lazy or don't have faith in the project. It seems like for them Squadrons has been a success and they're rightly proud of it. I think it's a great game, but it seems like it's a stepping stone to other things for the company. It's their first full game release and by all accounts it's been well received, not just by Star Wars fans but by anyone interested in quality flight sim experiences inside and outside VR. The main sticking point for most, however, myself included, was this sense that it needs more content, and rightly or wrongly, I assumed, and I think others assumed, more DLC, missions, maps, ships, they'd all be coming, right? But it seems like this just isn't the plan and never was the plan. Motive creative director Ian Fraser says this: "We're not trying to treat the game as a live service. You've paid £40. This is the game, and it's entirely self-contained. We're not planning to add any more content." Well, I think I understand where the sentiment comes from. Like, nickel and diming players through a live service is not something they want to do. I think leaving Squadrons as it is just a crying shame. I don't know, maybe the message from gamers that we hate live service games has been taken too much to heart in this case. We hate buggy, broken experiences with tedious game loops that are obviously designed to force players to buy XP boosts and unlock cosmetics behind a paywall looking at you, the Avengers game. But we don't hate additional content in games, and continued support. Firaxis XCOM springs to mind as a great example of post-launch support with quality DLC that revitalizes the game. Games like Destiny, it has its faults, but continually releasing expansions that cater to the desires of players without nickel and diming them all to hell. There's a difference between live service bullshit and quality post-launch content that keeps players coming back. I get it also that this is their first release, as I mentioned, a proving ground for Motive, that they're perhaps ready to move on from it, and it seems like they've got lots of plans for new games, and I'm really excited about that now that I've seen the quality of Squadrons. It also can't have been easy to complete a game in the midst of a global pandemic. The entire studio working from home, according to an article that I read. I'm also not privy to the sales numbers. Perhaps, no matter how well received, the profits from a $40 game with no microtransactions to sweeten the deal, it just isn't enough for EA to bankroll further development. But I'm in no doubt that Squadrons is ripe for it. It's ready for it. The game as it stands is a solid core of quality, just crying out for further love. I honestly don't think the financial situation is the deciding factor, though. It seems to me that the game just has never been thought of internally at Motive as that kind of thing, an experience that might continue for years with new DLC and whatnot. I think it's just a massive shame, with so much threadbare crap being released to people with no qualms about ripping off the player via microtransactions. It does seem ironic that a game should launch of such quality that says, yeah, we're not doing that, this is it. I want more. I want more maps. I want more story missions. I want more ships. The game is so well positioned to exploit the popularity of the Mandalorian series, which is set in the same flipping timeline. It boggles the mind that they're not going to do anything with that. I don't think I can say any more. I'm speechless. Well, I'm not speechless. I have video proof. This is the proof that I'm not speechless. But I just had to say it out loud in a video. It's not often I'm so impressed with the game and then so disappointed to hear about it not being developed anymore into the future. Motive, if you're out there, you've created a fantastic game, the first quality Star Wars space simulation in decades. Please return to it at some point. That's all I've got to say. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you as disappointed as I am? And if you haven't jumped into Squadrons, God knows why you're watching this video if you haven't, but if you haven't, check out my vid all about it here. And thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me vent, and I'll see you next time.